Christian Horner's surprising move has left fans stunned as he publicly humiliates star driver Max Verstappen. The unexpected turn of events has sent shockwaves through the racing community. What could have led to this astonishing development? Join us in this video as we delve into the details of this jaw-dropping incident and uncover the truth behind Horner's actions. Christian Horner has suddenly become very aggressive. Just a few days ago, it looked like he might lose his job. But now, after rumors of a big payout and a suspension for the person who complained about him, it seems like his problems have disappeared, at least for now. This has made him lash out at anyone who doubted him. He even started an investigation on Helmut Marko and publicly played down Max Verstappen's importance. Horner also hinted that Max Verstappen might leave Red Bull, saying, "No individual is bigger than the team." This might be the first sign that Horner is feeling more secure in his position and is ready to challenge the world champion's decisions. While Red Bull has been doing well on the track with consecutive first and second place finishes led by Verstappen, there's been a lot of drama off the track. The situation took a new turn in Saudi Arabia, with Horner's aggressive behavior and controversial statements stirring things up even more. Tension between Verstappen and Red Bull's Helmut Marko. When Verstappen, likely referring to Max Verstappen, warned about the consequences of his mentor Helmut Marko's departure, it hinted at a troubling situation. Marko, a longtime special advisor to Verstappen, may be on the verge of leaving, despite Marko's initial claim that he would stay for now. Verstappen reacted strongly when Marko's role at Red Bull was questioned. During a discussion after qualifying in Jeddah on Friday, Verstappen made it clear that if Marko left, he would reassess his own future. He repeated this point several times, stressing how significant Marko is in his decision-making process. Verstappen firmly stated that Marko must stay. Now, Christian Horner has discussed the possibility of a future without Verstappen, saying, "You can never say never," after the race. This raises concerns about the potential departure of Verstappen from Red Bull. If a driver doesn't want to be somewhere, then they'll go somewhere else. But I can't see any reason why anybody would want to step out of this team, stated Christian Horner, expressing his satisfaction with Red Bull. He believes he has excellent support and is performing well with a great car. Verstappen's contract with Red Bull is valid until the end of 2028. While there may be clauses for departure, it's crucial for Red Bull to ensure Verstappen's desire to stay, rather than passively waiting to see if he wants to leave. Initially uninterested in Red Bull's internal politics, Verstappen's stance changed when Marko became involved. With conflicting forces influencing his situation, it's essential to see how Red Bull addresses it. Verstappen emphasized the importance of maintaining peace after his victory in Jeddah. However, even if Red Bull manages to resolve the tensions during the Saudi weekend, the underlying issues must be addressed to ensure long-term stability. Horner assessed the situation as a suspension of hostilities at best, indicating that it's not a solid foundation for a long-term solution. Despite this, he mentioned that his relationship with Marko wasn't a concern after the race. He acknowledged his outspoken nature, saying, "But that's Helmut." He also highlighted the support he received from Red Bull CEO Franz Vovic and others during the Jeddah event, emphasizing that the team remains focused on their tasks amid the distractions. So for that, Horner clarified that Marko's role is separate from Red Bull Racing, emphasizing that he works for Red Bull GmbH. He expressed confidence in the team's future, stating, "There's a very clear route that is looking forward and wanting to continue this incredible winning streak." Strong relationship with Verstappen. Horner affirmed his positive relationship with Verstappen, stating that the team has no stress regarding their partnership. However, in response to Verstappen's suggestion that he might quit if Marko left, Horner didn't provide a direct response. Further, he emphasized to Skyport F1 that no individual, including Verstappen, is greater than the team. He stated that anyone who doesn't wish to stay at Red Bull, including Verstappen, cannot be forced to remain. Horner likened it to any situation in life, saying, "You can't force somebody to be somewhere just because of a piece of paper." Horner reiterated that if someone doesn't want to be part of the team, they won't be forced to stay against their will. This principle applies to all roles within the organization, whether it's a machine operator, a designer, or anyone in a support role. Being part of the team requires commitment and passion, qualities that Verstappen has demonstrated since joining the team at the age of 18. Horner expressed confidence in Verstappen's continued commitment and passion in the future. Horner's comments carry a mix of praise and assurance, but they also raise questions. While his statement about anyone being free to leave might seem like a standard remark, it was a specific comment in this context. He usually chooses his words carefully, so this departure from his typical approach is notable. We must consider whether Red Bull, or at least Horner, believes that Verstappen needs the team more than the team needs him. This suggests they might be willing to take the risk of Verstappen leaving, especially since the car is competitive enough for another driver to potentially win the championship. Losing Verstappen would undoubtedly be a setback for Red Bull, as he's widely regarded as the best driver in Formula One at the moment. However, there could be some positive aspects to his departure. It could enhance Horner's position of power within the team and potentially reduce tension. Additionally, considering Verstappen's high salary, letting him go could save Red Bull a significant amount of money. Risk of losing Verstappen. Given the potential consequences, losing a driver of Verstappen's caliber would be a risky move for Red Bull and Horner. This departure could impact the team's performance and overall dynamics. Technical leaders like Adrian Newey and Pierre Wallace's opinions on this matter are crucial. It's believed that Newey isn't impressed and isn't fully supportive of Horner's decisions. Losing Verstappen could even lead to the departure of the head designer, creating further challenges for Red Bull. Reputable sources like the German journal Auto, Motor and Sports suggest that Horner believes Red Bull's success hinges on having talents like Verstappen or Newey as long as he remains in control. If Red Bull loses key figures during this era of supremacy, it will put Horner's leadership philosophy to the test. His idea that no one is greater than the team will face real-world scrutiny. Verstappen's stance on this situation remains uncertain, but his position regarding Marco, his mentor, is clear. When questioned directly about Marco's involvement, Horner affirmed that everyone within the team has a role to fulfill, regardless of its nature. He emphasized the team's remarkable success and stability over an extended period as crucial elements contributing to their achievements. While there's been speculation about Marco potentially leaving and Verstappen considering a dramatic transfer elsewhere, the possibility seems less probable now that peace has seemingly been restored within the team. It's conceivable that Red Bull or Horner himself may now be more open to these possibilities. However, Marco's stance on the situation remains uncertain. Controversy surrounding Marco. As a corporate motorsport advisor, Marco was investigated by Red Bull GmbH for allegedly leaking sensitive material, including details related to Horner's recent inquiry into suspected misconduct. Marco's tendency to freely communicate with various individuals in Formula One, including the media, has drawn criticism from Red Bull, which does not recognize him as an official spokesperson. Despite Marco's role within the company, Red Bull does not recognize him as an official spokesperson, causing frustration within the team. Efforts to silence or suspend Marco, as alleged on Friday, have left him questioning his future with Red Bull. Marco talked with Red Bull executive Oliver Minzel on race day in Jeddah. Following this discussion, Marco told Sky Germany they had a positive conversation and confirmed his intention to continue in his role. However, Marco emphasized the need for calm to be restored within the team, which currently remains uncertain. While Marco's decision to remain involved with Red Bull may temporarily prevent a confrontation over Verstappen's future, it merely masks the underlying tensions for the time being. The situation remains unresolved, and the peace within the team is fragile. Despite their successful start to the season on the track, Red Bull is currently facing turmoil off the track. A battle for control threatens to disrupt the team's unity. Marco's situation adds another layer of complexity to the ongoing internal conflicts at Red Bull, which existed even before the recent controversies involving Horner. Marco's predicament is just one aspect of the broader internal issues at Red Bull. Can true peace be restored if all parties involved remain in their positions? The uncertainty surrounding Marco's future raises concerns about the team's stability and ability to function cohesively. Verstappen's situation is also affected by the turmoil within Red Bull, particularly after Horner's recent statement that everyone is free to leave. The uncertainty surrounding Marco and other key figures within the team could potentially impact Verstappen's decisions regarding his own future with Red Bull. So what do you think of Horner's shocking move of humiliating Verstappen in public? Comment below and subscribe for more.